Hello, hello, it's Pattyjo again this afternoon. We're going to try to knock out this thing with Detective Carpenter. I don't know, I pulled up a snack this time because I have a funny feeling we're in for a long and bumpy ride. Okay.
Who wants to come back? All right. The witness
back.
can stay here. Please have the jury
just
remain.
answer the
we'll
question
have to clear
ahead
the
of
courtroom
time.
so he can be brought back in.
Ugh.
We'll be in recess for that.
He's got to draw it out because she asked him like 15 times if he wanted to. No, he's got to wait till everybody's like back on the stand and everything. Oh, here I am, my good boy. Jerk. I swear, without all his shenanigans.
On the record, and I've advised to have the jury brought out. I'm glad you're back here, sir.
Just had to have that extra attention.
I am, sir, actually.
Really? I don't think so.
Especially when I bring up subject matter jurisdiction.
Oh my God.
I've ruled on that, sir.
I know, but it hasn't been proven for the record.
Oh my God.
If you disagree with my ruling, sir, you can file an appeal.
It has to be proven on the record.
No, it doesn't.
Has yet to be proven on the record.
I disagree, sir. You can have a sheet. All rise for the jury, please.
And if he thought so, he wouldn't go on with the trial. He's such a doof. Ugh.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. All right, at this time, the state may continue with its direct examination of Detective Carpenter. And let me know if you need the audio-visual right away.
I will.
Okay. You want it? It should be coming on.
Sir, regarding the interview, we've been playing a couple snippets of the interview with Mr. Brooks from Exhibit 82 that took place on November 22nd of last year. I would now direct the juror's attention to 1 hour, 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Objection, I don't consent to being called that name for the record.
Noted.
And I'd ask that be played till 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 2 seconds.
It's noted, but it's overruled. Go ahead.
Thank you.
So, what's your buddy's name? Can we get that? If we gotta talk to him to verify you're on the up and up and she's on some BS?
His name is Marcus.
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name.
Marcus.
What his phone number?
I didn't think of
467.
that. 2.
Oh, wait, hope if I had my freaking phone somewhere. 467.
467.
85.
85.
31 or 30 or something like that.
412?
Yes, sir.
And he lives in Milwaukee?
Yes, sir.
And you guys came out here together?
Yes.
Okay, so he has.
Well, like I said, Stephanie was. She's a older mixed lady, so she's not. You know, she.
Who do you know in Waukesha other than her?
I know a guy named Terrion. I met
Terrion live.
I don't know where he lives now. I've been knowing him for maybe 5-6 years. I just know he stays in Waukesha. He comes down to Milwaukee a lot, and then he comes back up here.
How old is he?
Like 34, 35.
34. Where did?
Maybe.
I know a
lot of females.
Well, how many times have you been to Terrion's house?
Once in like 2018.
You remember? remember?
It was like an apartment. It wasn't a house though.
Apartment?
Yeah.
Do you remember what was near it?
I think it was like right on the main street.
What's the main street? There's a lot of
Like,
streets. Like is
whatever
it near
street
downtown?
What would be considered downtown?
Where all the bars and restaurants and
It-
Like a
shops are.
business district. Is Stephanie's
I-
place near downtown? Is there a bunch of bars and a business district
I didn't-
right near there?
The only thing I can remember is a gas station, like a kitty quarter gas station. I think
Kitty corner.
this street is like a one-way. Whatever street is right
Speaks
here is
like a
like a one-way.
kindergartner.
And it's a gas station like right here.
Remember what kind of gas station? With the Mobile Speedway Quick Trip hometown.
Not a Quick Trip. Not a Speedway. Like the blue and white one.
Blue and white. Any schools or parks nearby your house? Something like that? Anything you remember like that? Trails?
I know that park. I know that park is by old girl's house.
By whose house?
Old
Stephanie?
girl.
Yeah.
Old girl.
I don't know the name of the park, but it has like a little creek or something. It was something going on out there yesterday to where a lot of shit was blocked off.
Okay.
I don't like I said, I don't know about WAUKESHA, I don't know. But it seemed like everybody was at that park kind of walking around that creek.
Like a playground type park or like a
Like a park. It seemed like a little creek or something. Well, I don't know if you would say a creek. What would that be? But
River?
Would that be a river? Does WAUKESHA have a river? Well, I know it's just a small body of water. It's like, how would I describe it?
But there were barricades
Puddle?
blocking some shit off near there?
No, it looked like in that area.
In that area?
In that area, it looked like a bunch of shit was like blocked. You couldn't go down certain streets or some shit. I don't know,
But when I
that
drove
park is
over all
close
those
to
people,
the old girl's
There's a lot
house
of
where
old girl.
that's why I said, look, when our friend was like, you know, your baby mama trying to get in touch with you.
baby mama, old girl.
And I'm like,
Well, no, like-
yeah, what's up? What's she telling you?
What
What's
have we
going on?
raised here?
And she was just like, well, she said she got some money for you. And I was like, why would she tell somebody else? That's what I started thinking at first. Like, that's like, why is you think? Because she'll tell me the same thing. Don't tell people our business. So then when she put us in, when she merged us in, you out here, you out here, you out here. I'm like, man, yeah, but I'm like, what's up? Like, yeah, I'm okay, cool. You gonna fit? No, not staying out here like that. I'm watching the game and I'm gone.
And I'm
So
gone.
she tell you where to meet, or you
I'm
told
gone.
her where to
She told me where to meet. I said, it's a gas station right here. And she was like, is it a park right there? I'm like, I don't know. Is it a park right here? They like, yeah, there's a park right down here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, just meet me over there. I'll get the money from you, give you a hug, give you a kiss, and, you know, I'll call you later or whatever. It wasn't supposed to be us hanging out, spending time together.
Make me barf.
It wasn't that. It wasn't supposed to be that. She got mad because I didn't want to do that. That's why I kind of figured, but like I said, I didn't see her drink. I'm not going to sit here and say I saw her drink. I'm not going to lie on her. I didn't.
You're lying already. Let me promise you, nobody wants to have any kind of sexual relations with you.
But when she started acting like, yeah, you finna, that's when I kind of was like, she probably been drinking. She probably haven't just stopped drinking, but you was drinking sometime today. I know you was drinking sometime today. I didn't tell her that. I said, yeah, because she acting too, you know what I mean? Oh, you just finna get, oh, you just think you finna get the money and leave.
F-I-N-N-A,
You must got some bitch waiting on you and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, see, this is why. This is why I just should have just watched the game and laughed, dude. Like,
all right. So,
God, he's so
the fuck,
narcissistic.
so you came out. How did you get out here again?
my friend.
My
What type
friend.
of car did you drive?
Oh, man. Like a Kia type of car. I don't know if it's a Kia, but it's a small 4-door car like that, in that type of model,
Okay. What color is it?
like 10.
And was it just the two of you that rolled out together? Did anyone roll out from Milwaukee with
No,
you?
it was just us two.
Two of us,
He
you guys
said
can't
he said there probably was gonna be some chicks over there. You know, like I said, the Stephanie girl is an older woman. She, you know, likes to party, drink, you know, watch the game. She cooks.
Sure.
Cool, fuck it, let's watch the game. Shit, I was only gonna probably go to my mom's house and watch the game there, and my mom has to go to work. So I was just gonna be sitting there like,
You're not allowed to go
fuck it,
inside
might
your
as well
mom's
go, you know what I'm
house.
saying?
Did he offer to drive?
And at
You
the
had
same
your
time,
pictures?
Pew-pewed your nephew.
Cool, I can get the money, you know, that she been holding for me.
Yeah. Did he offer to drive? What? I mean, do you have your own car? Did he offer to
No,
drive?
I don't.
How did you guys come?
I don't own a vehicle.
Don't own a
So,
vehicle.
nope.
Do you have any car you can drive at all?
No, I have license.
So
No, you
have
don't.
I do have license, but no vehicle.
Don't ever use your niece's, nephew's, mom's car or anything like that?
My nephew doesn't have a vehicle. My niece is 14.
Mm-hmm.
What about your mom?
My mom doesn't even know how to drive.
She doesn't have a car. Doesn't know how to
Lies.
drive.
She doesn't know how to drive.
Does
She
have a
never
car?
learned.
Okay. Does she have a car that she lets you use at all?
No.
Does she have a car at all? Maybe not that she lets you use.
No.
Does she have a car in her name at all?
I think she did at one point.
Does she right now?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say no because I don't know. I honestly don't know. Me and my mom we was kind of having family issues for a while, so we didn't talk for a while. Issues that didn't have nothing to do with this. It was between me and her. So we started back talking when I was in Georgia. So whatever she had going on when I was on the West Coast, coming back to Milwaukee, I don't know. But I can tell you this. My mom is 60-some years old. She's never drove. She doesn't know how to drive. She doesn't even have a license.
Okay.
She catches the bus to work, which I don't like her doing because Milwaukee. Sure,
Not
she
enough
has
to
go.
leave her car
She works
alone
at
with
Freight,
her.
so she has to go. The way her bus route goes, she has to go way until like 92nd. Then somewhere she told me they don't even have a bus depot thing.
Mhm.
So it's getting cold as shit, and it's dark out there, and she's just standing out there. And I was just like, damn, I don't want. So I'm like, you probably gonna have to change your route to catch the bus from downtown Milwaukee on Wisconsin Street, downtown Milwaukee, and then go up because I don't like her.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like her doing that.
So you just argued a little bit, and then you're saying you walked away yesterday.
Yeah, I just told her. I'm not finna freaking. It was
Yeah.
people out there. They would tell you, I did not put my hands on this woman. I did not push this woman. I did not choke this woman.
People
I did not
like-
kick this woman. I did not grab this woman. I did not do anything to this woman.
People out there, as in like, just regular old civilians?
Just regular
or like
civilians, just
People
regular-
that know you.
Regular civilians.
Did you
People
meet her
was-
by yourself?
I met her by myself.
No one from the house went with you?
No one. And there was people walking up and down the street. Like I said, it was people out because it was daytime. So it wasn't like we was just in some secluded area where it was just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
It was people out there, and they
But anybody that knows you or knows
nobody
her?
that knows me. Nobody that knows me. I don't know if it was anybody around that knows her, but I know people were walking up and down the street. People were walking around that park.
Sure.
It was like, basically, we were out in public. Like, if we was out in public, if something would have happened, people would, yo, what the hell? Like, where was we going to go to not be seen?
All right, so I might have missed this. You touched on it. You were at the gas station or the park? I know the park's nearby. You met her at
No,
the
I'm
gas
saying
station.
the gas station. No, I met her at the park. The gas station was by the area that we were in. The gas station is by that park.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which car were you in when you met her at the...
I didn't meet her in the car. I walked right over there.
You walked.
I walked right over there to the park, and she was standing like right wherever this entrance to this park is. Like I said, it was people everywhere. So
Yeah.
anybody would see us.
There were cameras everywhere too, Daryl. There were cameras everywhere too. Ugh.
Standing out there. She was standing right there waiting for me. I walked up, gave her a hug, and she was just like, well, my friend has my purse, so I don't have the money and all this. I'm like, so you had me come way out here?
Power play or something?
That's basically was like, yeah.
Okay.
You know, you basically, you see how fast you caught on to that, and I'm just like, you had me come way out here. You know, I ain't even supposed to be around you like that. You had me come way out here to meet you. For you to try to play and shit like this, I said, no, man, I'm gone.
Yeah. So
I'm out.
It was daylight when you
Because
met
he
up
couldn't
with her.
get
Was
the
it
money.
still daylight pretty much when you walked away from her?
Yeah, it was daylight the whole.
So let me translate. Narcissist, man demanding money. Okay, so we already reviewed that the money he wants is not money he had her hold for him because he told her to. You know, because she's the woman and the biatch does whatever he says because that's what he says. He wanted the bail money back when he ran over her. He wanted her to pay that. His mom paid it, although I never would have paid it for my kids. Trust me, if my kids did something like that, no. If they can do something grown up like that, they can grown up get themselves out of it too. So, mom pays the bail. He wants the bail money back from the victim, Erica. So he goes to harass her. She never said she had money to give him. I don't care what she was doing. I don't care where she is in her departure or extraction from his grip that he's had over her all of her life. I don't care where she is in that. She never said, I have money to give you, because she doesn't have any money to give him. But he's going to go demand it and bully her for it. And I think we've seen that we can believe.
This was broad daylight. That's what I'm saying.
See
Like,
my shoulder where
people outside, everything going on, people walking around the park. I'm like, anybody could have saw, anybody would have saw us talking. Anybody would have saw if anything happened. Anybody would have saw if I did something to her, she did something to me, if I ran from the scene, if I did this, anybody would have seen it.
Do you know how she got out here to meet you out here? She didn't say?
She's apparently been staying out here.
Okay. So
this is what she told our mutual friend. I don't know if that's true.
All right.
I haven't talked to her and haven't seen her in like almost a month.
That's fine.
So
yeah,
I
because
don't
you
know.
were in jail.
You said you don't know where your phone
Last
is.
time you tried to run her over.
We're talking your cell phone, right?
Yeah.
You're not sure. Did you leave it? Do you keep that with you? Is that your phone that you have with you all the time? Because you seem, I don't know where it is. I don't have it. You seem confused. It's missing. Is that something?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
if you
he
go
left it
somewhere,
in
you
the
take
car
your
that he
phone.
ran over all those
Absolutely.
people with.
My mom just got me that phone. It's my first ever iPhone.
Okay.
My
I don't know
mom
if she
got
was
me a
using it
phone.
first kind of thing, but she was just like, I got a surprise for you. No, I never had an iPhone.
Hopefully we'll find it for you. And that's the number with the 610, if I had to call you after
Yeah.
today, the 610, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's why I was asking him. I said, man, they find. When I told them, I said, look, y'all, I'm reaching for my ID. That's why I said, how can y'all not find my flip-flops or my phone?
My flip-flops.
I had on some Green Bay Packer flip-flops because it was game day.
Which is a lie, too.
And we did stop at 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 2 seconds. Sir, with regard to this clip, you asked the defendant about his phone, correct?
Yes, I did.
Did you know where his phone was when you asked him if he lost it?
Objection. Yes, sir.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
The phone was found inside the vehicle, so he didn't have it with him when he was
What vehicle?
taken into custody. The red Ford
Objection,
Escape.
leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
I'm sorry, the red Ford Escape.
And in whose name was that car registered?
Dawn Woods.
And what relationship is Dawn Woods to the defendant?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
She is his mother.
Did you question, you're questioning about the phones, what significance, if any, did that have to you? Or why did you ask him about the phone? Strike the initial question. Why did you ask Mr. Brooks about the phone?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
The objection's overruled. Go ahead, you may answer.
One, to verify his contact information, but two, one, if we were to find the phone, it would help us know whether it is his. And if we were able to find a phone and we know it's his, knowing the phone number, including make and things of that nature, can help be used in location services at a later time to further verify that the suspect was, Mr. Brooks, was in WAUKESHA at the time when these incidents occurred.
And again, at the time that you asked these questions, did you know that the phone had been located in the car, or you did not have that information at this time?
Objection.
Objection that's
Sustained as to
devastating
the
to my
form of the
case.
question.
What information at the time that you asked Mr. Brooks about the phone did you have about it?
Objection to the name.
Overruled. You may answer, sir.
Very little. At that point, I don't recall if I knew that the phone was inside of his mother's vehicle.
Okay, thank you. Now directing you to the mark of 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 20 seconds to 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 30 seconds. Let's play that portion of the interview.
That she drinks.
So after you talked to her, Darrell, where did you go? Do you have they found you, it was cold yesterday. You didn't have a jacket. Did you have a jacket with you?
I didn't initially have a jacket because, like I said, I was riding with somebody else. So I figured.
So you didn't bring one in anticipation of the cold?
I didn't, because I figured I'm going from the house right to wherever we're going. So it wasn't like I'm finna hang out with y'all all night type of deal. We was just supposed to be watching the game, having a few cold ones, and then I was getting dropped back off home.
So what happened, Darrell, where you ended up, I know you say you're not familiar with the area. So
At all.
I'll lay this out for you.
At all.
Follow me for a minute. You say you're kind of near this park. I got an idea in my head of where you're talking, based on my knowledge of the city. It's right near Stephanie's, where you're hanging around watching the game, and Marcus is there. You came out here with your phone, because you take it with you. How did you end up at this guy's house? Now, you said when you walked away from Erica, did she go the other way? You walked away.
From what I remember, she just stood there.
Okay,
She was just standing there like.
Right,
well,
so
whatever.
you walked away and it was over.
It was over.
It was over. How did you end up at a guy's house asking to use his phone, which is blocks away from Stephanie's? Okay, I can tell you that based on my knowledge of the city, based on approximately where you're telling me it is, without your phone in your shoes. You understand where that's kind of weird? How did you get to be over there? What happened?
Yeah, but what basically happened with that was when I got back over here by old girl house, I just say, because I don't really know Stephanie like that.
Call me that
It's my
one time.
friend or partner or whatever.
Call me
whatever
that.
the case may be.
Ugh.
They was getting into it about pretty much the same thing that I was getting into it with Erica about.
Right. Oh,
I was just like,
Hey,
him,
who's him?
Marcus, him, her, and whoever else, Stephanie.
Was there anyone else there other than?
Yeah, at her house, yeah.
Okay.
A few girls that I didn't know, but they had already said it was gonna be people over here.
Okay. All right. So
I was pissed because I feel like I just met up with her, with my baby's mama. I just met up with her for absolutely nothing. You tell me, okay, you out here in WAUKESHA, I'm out here, let's meet up, I got your money, and then I walk over there and you don't have the money. Or you do or you don't, you just ain't gonna give it to me, however the case may be. So I'm just like, okay, whatever.
well, hold on.
So when
know
I get
that
back-
got you pissed, but
When I get back over there, I'm pissed.
Okay.
They was getting into it, and he like, man, come on, bro, we just finna go. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, I just got into it with it. Now y'all into it. He like, man, this bitch tripping, whatever, let's go. I'm like, nah. Nah. I'm like, I'm out, dog. And I just started
Marcus
walking.
wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave, but I don't know what the fuck he was on. He probably didn't even get into it with old girl, but he out there like, man, let's just go, bro.
How long have you known Marcus?
I know Marcus for years.
Okay.
Where's Marcus?
I'm gonna be straight with you.
Where is he?
Because you've been asking me for that all along. That doesn't make sense. Listen to me, okay? Just listen to me. You go to this house. You leave. That wind was cold as hell.
Not at first.
Well, by the time it was getting later in the day, I mean, after the Packer game, you're talking 3:30, 4 o'clock, it was getting cold. I was outside for a while.
Yeah, it was about like
So,
3:30, yeah.
by the time you're talking, it was getting cold. All right? Marcus is ready to leave because this bitch is being crazy. He's like, I'm out. You just went through the same experience from what you're telling us. You live in Milwaukee.
I don't know what
Hold on,
exactly
hold on,
happened with
hold
him,
on.
though.
I mean, I told you to let me lay it out. I know you don't know exactly what happened. But who are you going to trust more? Marcus, who you've known for years, or Stephanie? Why would you walk away, walk all the way down to where you did, leave your phone in the apartment, apparently,
No, I didn't.
along with
leave
your
it. I didn't
sandals,
leave it. I didn't leave it.
and go down to where you were and not take the ride back to Milwaukee? You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you understand?
I don't know if he
Why that
left and
doesn't
went
make
back to
sense to me.
Milwaukee, though. I don't know if he did that.
But how are you going to get back if you don't get in the car?
I called an Uber. That's what I did.
So what happened? How did you get all the way to where you went? Because there's all these businesses in between where you were and where you got to. How did you end up at a random house without your shoes and your phone, girl?
This is what I'm saying. I had my flip-flops on. I had them.
Okay?
I just said that.
Didn't
Where did they go?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if when they slam me down, they just never. I don't know. I'm knocked on 2 doors, not just the one.
So you had your flip-flops.
I had my Green Bay
at that
Packer
point.
flip-flops on. Yes.
Green Bay Packer. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't just walking around with no shoes.
Yes, you
That
were.
didn't happen until after the fact. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
So I guess another question I would have for you is if you had your phone too, correct?
yeah,
Okay, you didn't leave it at the apartment.
no. That's why I was telling you it should have been on the grass. Remember, I described the phone to you. I said it's black. It has a cracked screen.
Yep. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Why are you asking other people to use their phones? Why is that guy letting
My
you?
phone was dead.
Okay. When did it die?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And I didn't have a charger.
But you used it for the 3-way call.
And I used his phone for the 3-way call.
Okay.
Like I said, we got a mutual friend named Michelle. Me and Erica do. I've known Michelle just as long as I've known Erica.
Michelle.
She was the one that was telling me what's going on with you and your baby mama. Y'all not talking because she's trying to get in touch with you.
Who
I
the
said,
hell
yeah,
is
I know
Michelle?
she probably trying to get in touch with me. Well, I'm finna merge y'all. That's how I end up talking to her and telling her I'll walk over and meet you to get the money or whatever, give you a hug, give you a kiss, whatever. I had my flip-flops on then. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't just,
And keys.
because the way he was making it seem like I was just running around with no shoes to begin with.
Right.
It's like, no.
I mean, it was pretty cold. You didn't have a jacket or a sweatshirt.
Well, I didn't have a jacket to begin with.
Okay.
I didn't have a jacket to begin with, but I'm saying my shoes, I had flip-flops.
But you had a
I had
jacket before?
flip-flops.
Or
I
no?
never had a jacket.
Okay.
I had flip-flops.
I had
Green
flip-flops.
Bay Packer
Flip-flops, no
flip-flops.
jacket.
But no
Right,
jacket.
because I
Never
didn't
had a
feel
jacket.
like I was gonna be like, where
well,
I'm not gonna be
there.
outside. Well, I'm thinking I'm not gonna be outside. If I'm just going from a car to a house, it's no reason for me to have a coat on, or at least that's how I'm thinking. I always do that. That's just like if I had a car and I know I'm finna go somewhere, and I'm like, I'm just going from here to here. Well, there's no reason for me to just get all bundled up and do all this and that. There's no reason for
Were there
me.
still a bunch of people out when you left? When you left her
It
house?
was still daytime.
Okay,
It
you
was
said there
still
were a bunch of
daytime.
people when you were talking to Erica. There were still a bunch of people when you left Stephanie's.
When I was no, I wasn't talking.
When you left Stephanie's,
It was still daytime.
it was still daytime.
Yes.
Okay. Were there still a lot of people out?
It was
Kinda
still
like there
it was
were?
still people out.
Okay.
It was still people out. Not a lot in that area. By the park, it was a lot of people out.
Okay.
Like I said, it looked like something was, I don't know what the hell.
Like a
It
parade
was a lot
was
of people
going
out,
on?
and it was like I said, it was people. It was older couples walking down the street. It was
Proving he
younger
knew
people
what
walking
was
down the street.
happening.
It
People
looked like an event or something was going on?
I don't know, but it kind of seemed like it was a lot, like it was something going on to where it was vibrant, because it was a lot of people everywhere.
Walking
everywhere.
up and down the street.
Everywhere. It's people. That's why I'm saying, like, if I got into a fight with her right there, it would be impossible for somebody to not be like, hey, this guy's fighting this chick or whatever the case may be. Like, how could somebody not see something?
How long was it between leaving Stephanie's and those cops yelling at you at the door of that guy's house?
Was it dark when they yelled at you?
Yeah, by the time they came, it was dark.
Okay.
But we had been sitting out there. We had been sitting out there for a minute, me and the guy. We was sitting right there on the porch. We was just sitting there.
Define how long, estimate.
Maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
It wasn't long, but it was long enough for, like, 'cause like I said, he let me use his phone. We sat on the porch. We were sitting right there, just like this, just sitting on the porch. While I called me an Uber.
Uber.
I called the Uber. I said,
Called
look, man,
Uber.
I let him know. I said, look, I ain't trying to rob you or nothing like that. Because when I knocked on the door, he kind of was like, whoa. I'm like, look, I don't got no weapons. I'm not trying to break in your house. I'm not trying to rob you. Nothing like that, dog. I just need to call an Uber.
I just need to
That's
call
it.
Uber.
I'm not, he was
Call
just like,
Uber.
okay. I'll come out. Boom. I need an Uber to, what's your address? He told me the address. And we was just sitting there waiting. That's how I was going to get back home. I told him, I said, I got the money on my card. I'm not asking you for no money. I just need to use your phone. That's it. That was it. That was all. And then from there, we sat on the porch and just shot the shit out.
I'm saying, you told me last night he was cool with that. Like, he wasn't,
Yeah,
he wasn't being weird. He was just like, oh yeah, I'll help you out.
Yep, we just sat there on the porch.
Alright.
And he did ask me, he said, do you need a jacket? I said, no, I'm straight. Like, I'll be home as soon as the Uber come. I know it's probably going to cost me probably like $40 to get from me. I'm guessing. I don't know, but probably. But I had enough on my card to where I knew I can get home. And that was the main thing. I'm like, I'm just going home. She can keep the money or whatever. I didn't even try to contact her further. I just was like, I'm gone. I'm calling this Uber and I'm going home. That's it.
Let me ask you this, Darrell. So you weren't out in Waukesha Saturday, just Sunday,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. Nothing physical yesterday. Like I told you, you're a part in the investigation. There's a lot of parts, right? To any investigation, there's people we talk. Well, this domestic abuse thing I'm telling you about, right? Okay.
So wait.
Hold on. Let me
Okay.
let me go.
I'm sorry.
You
I just
talked
had a
about-
question, but
You talked about being a religious man, right?
I could do better.
God.
I could
We all
definitely do
could.
better.
We all could.
I'm not.
We all did.
No, it
That's
wasn't
why.
perfect.
That's why.
Yesterday was a mistake. I should have just freaking watched the game and just fucking went home.
Right.
Because.
And that's the thing. What do they teach us in Christianity, Darrell? That they teach us that we're broken, right? We're sinners. Even when we're born sinners. We're broken. That's why
Psalm
we're
51,
so
17.
thankful for God's grace and forgiveness, right? When we ask for it. Even though we don't deserve it. But when we ask for it, He gives it. All right? You're a father. You got 3 children. 18, 14, and 7?
Yes, sir.
All right? You got a mama that raised you well. And a God you believe in.
Absolutely.
All right? And all of them are, here's the thing the law want, is to tell that you're telling the absolute whole truth and nothing but the truth, right?
Absolutely.
So help you God, right?
Absolutely.
Sound familiar? We've all heard that, right? And I just have concerns if I fact check that Darrell's not telling me the truth. You don't have a car, so Marcus had to bring you out. You don't own a car, your mom doesn't own a car, right? So Marcus had to bring you out. So why did we find you with a car key in your pocket?
It wasn't in my pocket. I don't even know where they said that was laying on the ground.
That's yours.
Yeah. It should have been by my ID.
Yeah, it's yours. It's your car key, okay? Because it goes to a Ford Escape in your mom's name covered in WAUKESHA. Okay. Listen, Darrell. I'm trying to be as open and honest with you as I can be. You know, I'm Christian too, and believe me, I'm not perfect. And neither are you.
Okay, so now a couple of things have come clear to the liar here, which is they have the car. The car key was in his pocket. So they must have the phone because he knows where he left his phone. He knows where he left his phone. If it wasn't in his pocket, it had to be in the car or somewhere in between. But now he knows they have the car. Recovered, he said recovered in WAUKESHA. It was recovered in WAUKESHA. So they have the car.
I'm not calling you a terrible man. I'm not saying you were out yesterday hunting, and just let me finish. But you did not walk to that house. You did not walk to that house. You did not come here in a tan Kia. You didn't.
And who?
You did not come out here in a tan Kia. Okay? You got a key in your pocket to a car in your mom's name. Okay? And that key works for that car. For the love of God, Marcus. For yourself, for your family. You know what happened yesterday. For the people. Tell me what happened.
With what?
With the car.
What am I being
With your mom's
investigated?
car. You were driving goofy, people called you in, you drove out of there in your mom's car, the red car, you're driving a little silly, probably because you're pissed. You met up with Erica in the car at the park. Now initially I believe you told us the gas station, do I have that right? And then you changed it to the park. So that's an insistence.
No, I said the house was by the gas station. When you said what was by.
You said you went
landmark.
and it was by a gas station, that's where you met her.
No. I said I met her at the park.
Okay.
At a
Well,
creek.
you met her,
I did say that.
you
It
met her at
doesn't
the
matter.
park in your mom's car. A red Ford Escape. She got in, you talked, and what you're telling me seems pretty consistent, that there was nothing physical between the two of you.
No, I didn't. No.
But you met her in the car.
I didn't put my hands on her. Nothing.
But you met her in the car.
What's going on, man?
Asking you a question. You were out there
Just tell
driving
me
kind
what's
of
going
crazy.
on,
Some
man.
people said you were driving kind of crazy. We got reports of it.
He's trying to tell him about the
key,
parade.
You got the car.
He's trying to get him there.
Did you take the car or did your mom give you the car? I know you know what car I'm talking about.
I just want to know. So.
Some people
Now,
reported,
listen,
all those
okay,
people out there, they
no.
reported that car driving a bit erratic.
I know what you're saying. All I'm saying is this. We all been straight up with each other.
No.
You knew it was more to what you was asking me yesterday.
Didn't know
That
for
would
sure.
explain the FBI and all that, right?
They're not here today. So if it's that big a deal, you don't see them here today.
Come on, Carter.
Come on. Come on. Come on, man.
You guys met in the car. In the
We've been cool, man, the whole time. If I did something,
You
wrong,
are so trying to
Yeah,
control
that's why they
us.
were here. But do you see them here today? They're not here today.
yeah, but
He is not in
y'all
control.
lied to
He
me,
knows it.
man. You make it seem like they just come for no reason.
Well, here's the thing, Darrell.
And I'm like, what if it's
Listen to
that?
me for a minute.
I apologize.
I can give you a clean slate here.
I apologize.
Because you have lied to us as well. Because you came out here in the red Ford Escape. Okay, that is what you came out here in. You had the key. Alright? So, what I want to do is try to give us all a chance to reset. You understand what I'm saying? Start over. Because you're not giving us an accurate story. You didn't ride out with Marcus in a tan car. You said your mom doesn't have a car. I just told you we've disproven that. All right?
Not in control.
I don't know what
He's
kind of
in
woman she is. I
control.
don't know what y'all been through.
So here comes the temper tantrum.
But you were seen in the car driving kind of acting a fool. Okay? In basically the same area that you've already been able to describe to me. I'm just trying to figure out how and why it happened. What made you tear out of there? What made you so mad where you're like, fuck it, and you raced on out of there? And then people go, man, he's driving around here kind of fast.
All I want to know, like I said,
Is how do I get
Y'all
you
be
back
cool
on my
with me.
narrative?
am I charged with anything? That's all I want to know. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Right now,
Listen. I was
you were driving a bit
so,
reckless.
listen,
Might
I
be an
was so,
OWI.
listen. No, I don't drink.
You said you had a couple cold ones during the game.
No, yeah, but I'm saying the hard alcohol is not my thing. I was not drunk. When you get the
And the video stopped at 1 hour, 38 minutes, 30 seconds. Detective, can you explain what was occurring here during this clip? Excuse me.
The objection's noted, it's overruled. Go ahead, you may answer.
So in this clip here, my goal and intentions were with Mr. Brooks to start getting into the details of him driving the red Ford Escape through the parade route.
Bringing him to the parade.
To begin
He's
confronting
crying.
him with information about the Ford Escape key that had been found in his pocket. Obviously, to this point, Mr. Brooks had told us his mother didn't have a vehicle that she let him use. He didn't know if she had one at all. The vehicle was in his name.
Or is it his name?
I'm sorry, in his mother's name, Mrs. Woods, Dawn Woods. He had stated he didn't have a vehicle at all.
Objection, lady.
The previous objection, it's noted, it's overruled. The witness may continue.
He had made statements earlier in the interview he didn't have a vehicle at all, that he had ridden out in the Kia, which is not true. The investigation showed Mr. Brooks came out here in the red Ford Escape by himself, so he was in fact in possession of a vehicle. He was in fact driving a vehicle. In regards to the area, it should be known that Mr. Brooks's description of the park, Frame Park is the park where I should say people in the parade, whoever they might have been, lined up. They were lining up at Frame Park. Frame Park is a park that has a body of water, as Mr. Brooks described, more specifically the Fox River running through it. So he was able to describe that park. There were people everywhere walking up and down the street, just as he said. Streets were closed off via barricades, via marked squad cars, via police tape. So he was able to describe that, and the the way he described the area was exactly almost how the area looked with the parade. It was extremely crowded due to the people marching in the parade. It was in fact shown to be daylight when Mr. Brooks met with Miss Patterson and then departed from Miss Patterson. That is something we learned, and I was able to confirm that based on how he described it. And furthermore, he describes and he gives the impression, Mr. Brooks does, that, well, if I was in a domestic, someone would have seen it. Someone would have seen it because there were all the people there, and there were, but it's not necessarily going to be seen as easily as Mr. Brooks was trying to lead me to believe, because it took place inside of the vehicle. Mr. Brooks did not walk to the park to meet Miss Patterson. That was proven as evidence in this investigation. He drove there and met up with her in Dunn was red Ford Escape, which is the same vehicle after departing the park, drove along Main Street in WAUKESHA through the parade route.
The key found in the defendant's pocket, did that operate the red Ford Escape that was eventually located, that was registered to Dawn?
Objection. That's been answered numerous times.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
There's never any depiction of a key being found in the defendant's pocket.
The objection is noted. It's overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes, it did. And, as we discussed the key more, you can even hear in there that Mr. Brooks acknowledges it should have been near his ID.
And was his ID also found in his pocket? Do you know?
Objection.
Yes, it was.
Leading.
Please wait till I rule on the objection. Sustained as to the form of the question. I'll strike the last answer. Please rephrase.
Where was that his ID found?
In his pocket.
And the information you had, where was the key found?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Objections hearsay.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
The key was found in his pocket.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Now, you also talked to Mr. Brooks about his phone. Where did he say his phone was?
According to Mr. Brooks, at this point, the phone should have been near him. I believe he said in the grass.
And what did you take that to mean? It should have been near him in the grass.
Objection. That was never stated.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
I would interpret it as right next to him, where he was arrested.
Okay, that's what it's just where he was arrested.
Yes.
Objection leading.
Overruled. The answer may be given.
Yes.
After the defendant met with Erica Patterson, what did he describe his emotion as being?
Angry, frustrated over the fact that Miss Patterson brought him to the park and did not have the money to provide him that she indicated to him prior to that she would have.
That he wanted her.
Where did he say his flip-flops were?
Objection answered.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Well, when he indicated that he departed Stephanie's house, they were on his feet. However, during the course of his arrest, he indicates he doesn't know where they went. So somehow, apparently, they, I guess according to Mr. Brooks, disappeared.
Now, the clothes that the defendant's wearing in this video, specifically the red shirt, was that a shirt that was provided to him by law enforcement?
Objection hearsay.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
No, ma'am, that's the same shirt he was wearing at the time of his arrest.
Did he indicate to you during this interview whether or not he had a coat?
Objection. So on the video.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Mr. Brooks indicated that he did not.
And how long did he say he was on the porch with the homeowner whose house he was arrested at?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
I believe it was like 20 to 30 minutes.
The weather that evening, was that an appropriate shirt to be wearing for 20 to 30 minutes outside?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
No, it was not.
So now I'll direct your attention to the video. I'd like to play 1 hour 40 minutes, 0 seconds, to 1 hour 41 minutes and 30 seconds. If we may play that now.
Exhausted already.
Did not touch her.
Right, so what had you so mad? Because you had your mom's car. Or I don't know if you use it. Who uses it? You got the key in the car. Is it hers? Is it yours that she lets you use? Let's clean that part up. Whose car is it?
It's my mom's car.
Okay. How often do you drive it?
All the time. That's where I live.
Not very much.
It's the red Ford Escape?
It's all I want to know. Please. Just please. Whatever you can't tell me, I understand. I understand. All I want to know, just so I can have a peace of mind, just for my girls, man. What am I looking at?
Well, the fact you were kind of racing around up and down the street. That's the first part. Right? So, we're not quite there yet. I'm trying to figure out if I've got all my facts right first. So, this wasn't a three-way call. Let's back up to there for a second. How did you come to meet her in the park?
So y'all can't tell me nothing?
Well, you were driving.
And the video stopped at 1 hour 41 minutes and 30 seconds.
He is
Sir,
not
is this
even,
the first time?
he is not even close to the truth. The truth is not even close to what he's got going on in here. I need a...
In this interview, that Mr. Brooks acknowledged knowing about the red Ford Escape.
Objection. Leading, and that was not stated.
The objection's noted. It's overruled. The witness may answer.
I don't consent to being called that name for the record.
Overruled.
Yes, that is the first time.
Now, again, Mr. Brooks is asking about the charges. Did you recall seeing that on this clip as well as a clip contained within 1 hour 19 minutes and 20 seconds and 1 hour 38 minutes and 30 seconds?
Objection. Leading and compound questions.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes, I recall that.
And again, what was the significance of that question in terms of timing of both clips?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Well, to that point, I've been talking about the domestic abuse incident with Mr. Brooks, and I started talking to him about driving and just driving kind of fast. I had not noted to Mr. Brooks yet at that point that he had struck anybody. It seemed to me, based on Mr. Brooks's behavior, reasonable to believe that Mr. Brooks, it was clear to me he could remember something else happening, and I could sense what Mr. Brooks was attempting to do at that point was draw out of me more information. And again, as I stated in my earlier testimony, to gauge his truthfulness, I wanted to hear what he had to tell me about the incident before giving him too much specific detail. At this point, Mr. Brooks, for example, Miss Woods' vehicle, he indicated she did not own one. He had lied to me. There is the risk if I start giving him too much specific information, he's going to create a lie about what I gave him, and so on. So Mr. Brooks kept insisting to know the charges before talking to me, but for the integrity of the investigation, that was something I couldn't and wouldn't provide him.
Direct your attention to 1 hour 44 minutes 30 seconds and playing until 1 hour 45 minutes and 35 seconds. It is at 1 hour 44 minutes 30 seconds now. I'd ask that it be played.
Objection.
I want to tell you that, you know, you're charged with X, Y, Z. If you didn't do X, Y, Z, we got to correct it. It's all fact gathering.
I just feel like y'all know more than what y'all say though, and that's what has me like why should I cooperate when there's no cooperation with me? Nothing I'm saying is gonna help me.
I mean, like, it doesn't make sense to you that we're trying to gather the facts.
Yes, man, he did.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, you know,
Okay.
what you guys are doing. I'm just saying I don't want to get railroaded by people not being honest. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't know what I'm looking at, it's like, what the hell? Like, why should I just sit here and be like, oh, this is everything and blah 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 blah, and then people come back and be like, okay, now so now we're gonna charge you with this and this and this and this and this when y'all knew this from the door.
Okay. So this is where I'm gonna introduce it. I think we have all seen the news clips with his mom and the letter that his mom wrote to the judge during the pretrial hearings and things like that. And how she said that he doesn't remember things and he blacks out, and no, he doesn't. You are just still codependent in his obsession with not actually like being honest. Like his marrying this alternate reality that he creates, and you just go along right with it, Miss Woods. You just totally go along with it, which makes it easy for him to continue this behavior. At some point, you have to acknowledge the level of BS that he spews. And he absolutely cannot spin a story unless he knows what you know first. That's why the police have made it so that they can not be honest in these interviews, because if they need to, get information saying these are all my cards, that's not, it. Now, going to trial is different. He's got boxes of the state's cards right next to him. He doesn't bother to look at it. But he literally thinks nobody saw what he did. He knows what he did because he changed the information. He changed the way he looked, everything. Hold on a second. He changed the way he looked, took off his jacket. He lost his shoe. That's why I got rid of the other one. He put his hair up. He did all these things to change and ran away from the car. He ran away, tried to get an Uber out of town. He knew exactly what he did. What is frustrating for all of us and will never get answered is why, an acknowledgement. There never is going to be an acknowledgement of this, ever. Brings me right back to my assault.
Well, we don't know that we're going to charge you. We're that's, again, the fact
Yeah,
is
it's like,
we're
dude.
asking the questions about, you know what I mean? That's why we're...
What's going on here, sir? Oh, I'm sorry. For the record, it stopped at 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 36 seconds.
Thank you. Go ahead, you may answer.
So at this point, Mr. Brooks is still continuing to try to determine what exactly, he's being charged with. And, another part of this investigation is it was so broad, I didn't know exactly what some of those charges even were going to be. I had an idea, but I didn't know exactly. And in reality, what we wanted to know at that point is where he drove, have him tell us where he drove and why he did it.
At this point, he may not even know that people were deceased at this point. He may, because he was there on scene at some point, but the number of them, the scope of it, he's only learning how big this whole thing was.
But Mr. Brooks just was not willing to indicate that to us and explain that to us without us telling him what specific charges he was looking at. And this is a theme that continued over the next several hours.
Direct your attention to 1 hour, 49 minutes and 36 seconds, playing until 1 hour, 54 minutes and 30 seconds. And it is starting at 1 hour, 49 minutes and 36 seconds.
Go ahead.
So your issue right now with us is you feel like we're not sharing.
I'm getting railroaded.
Okay.
I know I am. No, y'all not telling me what's really going on.
But we're not getting the full truth either.
I know, but
I
what I was saying
you
was,
didn't give that an issue. So when you left, you guys met in the car. You didn't walk there. She got in the
if
car.
I tell you everything that happened, are y'all gonna be straight up with me about what I'm facing?
Yeah.
That's all I want to know.
Well, you
I don't
have
want to
to
know
understand.
anything else. I don't need you guys to tell me, hey man, this is this, that is that, this is this. I just want to know. Just
So I don't know the entirety
just
right
for the
now.
fact that, like I said, my girls.
Yeah, no, I got you. I don't know the entirety right now. So while I'm here, a couple of officers talked to Erica. I'm not the only one working on it, so I don't know everything. I got a report to a boss, so I don't know exactly everything that's going to be yet. And that part's not a lie. I don't know exactly everything that's going to be yet. I'm just trying to figure out to get to that point where I can have a clear idea and call who I need to call to get some of the information to find that all out. I'm trying to get a clear idea of what really happened regarding you and her. And when you drove away, where you were going. Or did you not know? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I don't know everything.
Wow.
Because I'm out here and they're out there.
Whoa.
Right, and I'm like, how long do I gotta sit in this? Where are we at?
Skigo.
How long do I gotta sit in this jail before I can call somebody? Get a phone call, let my daughters know, hey man, I don't know what's going on, but it's good to hear your voice. Are y'all okay?
Yeah, we're trying to get to that point, Darrell, but the question I asked you when you left, where were you going? Did you know or did you not know? Were you just mad and you left? Where were you going when you initially drove off? That's easy. If you didn't know where the hell you were going, or you didn't have an idea, or you didn't have a particular destination in mind, so be it. And we've been talking a couple hours. You want to sit and eat a minute?
I wish they had some Tylenol.
Now his shoulder.
I've been trying to fight this pain, man.
They might, I don't know.
They show.
I don't know how. Did you ask them?
Yes.
So they don't?
They just said they'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. It hurt worse now than it did yesterday, or last night, rather.
Yeah, it's going to be sore.
It's definitely sore.
There's no doubt about that.
Oh my
Take a
God.
break and see if you.
Oh my God.
Round up some Tylenol.
Yeah, we can see if we can probably see if we want me to see if I can find some.
Yeah, I just wanted.
Let me see if I can find some.
It's
I
so
can't
many
give you any
things going through my
guarantees.
mind right now. The pain,
You don't know.
I didn't even know
Oh.
she called where
She
What
didn't
a
call
the
my
victim.
cops are.
Yeah, someone else. I know you said you lost your phone, or you didn't
Yeah.
know where it went dead, and now you don't know where it is. If we find it, so we know it's yours, can get it back to you. I know you said it's cracked, but
No, well, the screen is cracked, but it has a. I don't think it went all the way to the
what's
glass.
the code? So we know it's yours, and if we can try to return it.
It doesn't have a number code. It has. You have to
Can you draw it?
do it with
No.
with that.
Can you draw it?
It's dead. It's not even gonna turn on.
Well, yeah, but
We don't want to
we
give you
can
somebody
charge
else's
it. We don't want to
phone.
give it to somebody else. Are you? It's like
It's a 7.
Typically, it's six.
The phone is dead, so.
Like I said, we can charge it. I don't want somebody else to say, "Oh, that's my phone." Even though we're giving your property to somebody else.
Wait a minute. So that sounds like y'all got my phone.
If we
How
find
do they
it.
know?
If we had it, if we find it.
Terrible durable.
This is 7.
Alright, so in that direction? Okay. Alright, so this way down? Okay. No, I don't know if they have it now, but if we find it, you don't have it, so it, I would think, be in somewhere in the area of that house.
They have it.
And the video stopped at 1 hour, 54 minutes, 30 seconds. Can you explain to the jury what just happened in this clip?
Objection leading.
Overrule. The witness may answer.
So in this clip, there's a couple things. First, obviously, the conversation with Mr. Brooks at this point has gotten into the parade issue, the driving issue, which is a little bit more serious. I noted that for the first time in a long time, he began bringing up pain in his shoulder again, something he hadn't been doing for quite some time up to that point. It seemed and felt deceptive, as if it was perhaps a stalling tactic. The other issue became, in the context, was the phone. So the phone that we ultimately recovered from Mr. Brooks, one was an Apple iPhone. That is the code I was specifically requesting from Mr. Brooks at this point.
Which is a number.
We have forensic analysts who download electronic devices. Those could be DVR systems, computers, but most oftentimes in our technology today, they're cell phones. And when I provided that code to Detective David Fine, who does that type of work, he indicated that could not be the code, as the Apple iPhones did not have swipe codes. They should have had numeric or facial recognition.
Thank you. Directing you now to 2 hours, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and playing until 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 45 seconds. And it is starting at 2:02:30.
For me to look forward to, but it's like this woman, man, and I love her to death, man. I want her to be my wife, man, but I just wish somebody could tell her that. Like, I wish somebody could really tell her, like, man, this dude loves you, man. Why are you doing this to this guy, man? He literally wants to marry you. 16 years, man, off and on.
Off and on.
I'm not.
I wanted to do it off and
Don't go
on.
mess with nobody else, man.
Okay. All those other
That's
children
the
don't
person that I
count.
want to be with, but I'm not going to continue to be the scapegoat because you want to drink. And when you know I don't, you making it seem like I just beat up on you. Like I'm just like you're a punching bag or something.
Yeah.
I don't wake up and be like, oh, bitch, I'm going to hit you. Like, what?
That's exactly what you do.
It's like almost like I'm demonized here. Like,
I'm not saying you're a demon.
no, not you. Not y'all saying that. But it's just, I feel that way because
You're trying to guess.
I know you heard that. Oh my God.
God.
Oh, that fucking hurt.
Sure.
I know you heard that.
I heard it. It's in check.
We're gonna go check with them. Maybe they'll listen to us a little bit better. Maybe.
Fuck.
You want us to check?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, give us a minute.
See
what we got.
Dude, it gotta be something wrong, man. How in the hell is it?
Sometimes sprains will pop too.
Yeah, but why is it hurting like this? And they say there's nothing.
There is nothing
Sprains can actually
wrong.
be more painful than a break.
Whatever
they got,
whatever they did, it hurt so bad.
You want to keep the food? Why don't you keep the food and the soda and we'll be back in a few minutes.
God.
Now, Here comes there goes the acting. Acting goes away, and he's going to look at their papers. And the arm relaxes back, and then we move the drink. And we scoot up. What are we doing here? Oh, we're grabbing the phone with the hurt arm. Here we go. Ow, ow, wait a minute. Oh, okay. And then, oh, the acting starts again. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think we got that Tylenol. We'll be right with you.
And the clip ended at 2:05:45. Can you describe for the jury what you saw here?
Yes, ma'am. So what I noted is that Mr. Brooks initially, as we're in the room, continues to suggest that he's in severe pain. And once we're out of the room, there's no more groaning. There's no more grabbing of his shoulder. Rather, there's an interest in looking at the paperwork that's left behind and attempting to use the phone.
Yep.
As soon as that door opens, Mr. Brooks then suddenly places his face into his hands and is suddenly in despair again.
Okay, moving to 2 hours, 49 minutes, 0 seconds, and playing till 2 hours, 50 minutes, 40 seconds. And we are at now 2 hours, 49 minutes, 0 seconds.
So this is my thing between me and you, Ben.
Between me and you being.
What if it wasn't me driving?
Uh-oh.
What if it wasn't you?
What if it was my mom's truck,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't driving?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Erica?
What if it was you?
What if it was you? Ah.
Mm-hmm. Who else would it be?
That's what I'm asking. Not asking you who else would it be, but I'm just asking, what if I knew?
Mm-hmm.
If I knew.
Would I be asked to give that information?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we're here to gather truth. So if somebody else was driving that car, yeah, I would want to know who that car is so we go talk to that person. But a huge part of that is going to be your honesty with it.
Right. No, I was just asking, because you just asking.
You've already figured out you're not an idiot. You're not a dumb man. You're a smart guy.
Yes, you are dumb.
I see that. You know that we've been working on this.
Yes, you are dumb. He thinks you're dumb.
The video stopped at 2 hours, 50 minutes, 40 seconds. What's going on here?
If that was my job, I
Overruled the
swear.
witness. May I answer?
So at this point, Mr. Brooks, I've stepped out of the room, is offering up to Detective Stern that there's a possibility that someone else may have been driving the vehicle. Now, when asked about that, as we can see, he pretends he doesn't know who that person would be. It's untruthfulness, it's deception.
Hold on a second. I'm going to advise the witness to refrain from characterizing what Mr. Brooks is saying or not saying. It is solely up to this jury to determine credibility of any of the witnesses and the believability of even any statements made during these interviews. And I'm going to strike that characterization from.
Okay. All right. My understanding here is yes, that's true. It is completely up to the jury to decide who's telling the truth and who's lying. And his opinion of that, even though it is completely coming from a place of knowledge and experience, and in a lot of these testimonies they have accepted knowledge, but Daryl being a liar, the jury has to decide if Daryl's a liar or not. What is understandable is we're like almost 3 hours into this particular interrogation of Daryl, and he has done nothing but spin lies, narcissistic lies, the entire time. How exhausting of a job must it be to sit there and have to actually retain rapport? Because I couldn't do it for 10 minutes in a medic unit. If you were going to lie to me in the medic unit and I'm there to help you, I've got nothing for you. I will do what is necessary to get you safely to the hospital. And honestly, and I think I frustrated a lot of nurses, because when they would ask me what the problem was, I would refuse to say anything. Because if it was just a pack of lies, do you want to know what I was told, or do you want to know what I think? And both is what the answer usually was. And I would start with, this is what I was told, and this is what I think, and this is why. And they'd usually scratch out what I was told because it was a bunch of crap. But that's not what he's here for. So, but I mean, we're into 3 hours into this particular interrogation, and I'm exhausted. We're not hearing the whole thing. Ugh. We're making fun of it.
Please ask another question.
Sir, this interview goes on for another 2+ hours. Is that correct?
Yes.
Objection, leading.
Overruled. It's foundational. At this point, the witness may answer.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Does Mr. Brooks at any time ever tell you that someone else is driving his mom's red SUV?
Objection, I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Leading the witness.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
No other individual or no other name is ever provided.
Thank you. I now direct you to 2 hours, 57 minutes, 30 seconds, playing till 3 hours, 5 minutes, 41 seconds. It is now at 2 hours, 57 minutes, 30 seconds. I'd ask that the video commence.
It's hurtful. So you brought that up, where you don't want to see anybody.
Where are those?
I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
You don't want to see anybody get hurt, or sorry, you don't want to see anybody get
Here we go.
charged for something they didn't do. But you already brought up too that if somebody did something, that they should be held accountable for it, and that you're willing to accept responsibility.
What's going on with
if
that?
it's.
Can I show you something?
You look like you gotta film me or something.
No, I'm not filming it. That you? That's you.
Nah, I ain't got no, it look like whoever. It look like Gray.
Right there. You can see your face.
Nah, that's not me.
That's not you.
That's not me.
That's not you.
No, I don't.
Darrell.
That's a
Darrell.
Gray.
That's you.
That's you, Darrell.
Why you say it like that, man?
Because we talked about the honesty piece.
Because you're a huge
You keep
liar.
telling me that you tell the truth when you did do something. You
There's
take
Mama
responsibility when you do something.
Doo-doo. That's what's coming out of your mouth, doo-doo.
There's your mom's car again.
Oh.
There's your mom's car again.
Mama. It's making fun of
Next
it.
to a child, which I know you care a lot about children.
Next to a child from somebody.
Yeah. mom's car?
Yeah, I was just asking him about my, about
That's your mom's car
what's going on with that.
that we took the key for from you. So, you can't tell me at this point I'm playing any games anymore, you know?
I didn't say you was playing games from the get-go.
Well,
Yes, you
felt
did.
like being totally straight.
Last night I felt like
It wasn't
y'all-
as
y'all knew
fluid
more.
as you wanted.
No, it wasn't the flu. It was just
And it wasn't as much as I wanted either.
I knew that y'all knew more than what y'all was saying, and I felt like last night with that whole, you know, them coming in the way they did, and because I'm sitting there in the thing and I'm watching them walk past, like, what in the hell? And seeing that, I just felt like, okay, y'all already know what y'all want to do, what y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just want. I didn't know what y'all want. It just seemed like y'all knew more than what y'all was gonna tell me. It was more so like I feel like I was being railroaded to be like, okay, tell me this, but we already know over here what we gonna do. We already know what we're gonna do right here. We just want you to tell them yourself and say you did this and did that, so we can already justify what we already want to do. And it's like, I don't.
It's not like you're innocent and they're just trying to pin it on you. There are pictures of every single thing you did, from the fight with Erica outside of the school, driving through everything, driving over thousands of witnesses. And then when you dumped the car, somebody saw you do that. Somebody saw you run away from it. Then you started talking to people directly and changing your, oh my God. Like when you ogre stomped through this entire town, every eye was on you, every camera was on you. And now you're trying to say, oh, that one's not me. They got pictures. They're showing him pictures already. Daryl.
I feel like that's fear.
What time did you come out here with the car? What time did you head out from Milwaukee to Waukesha?
I don't want to talk, man. I don't want to talk if I'm not getting nothing.
I just showed you 3 pictures.
Okay,
man.
you showed me pictures, but you're not telling me what I'm facing.
You know what you're facing.
I don't. That's the whole.
You
That's
drove
why
down
I
a
keep
street.
asking.
You drove down a parade route. You got a pretty good idea what you're facing.
You see what I'm saying? So
Wow,
now this
there
is
goes.
more stuff coming out, man.
Yep, we told you we were looking for that explanation.
And that's you.
And all I'm saying is,
behind
look,
the wheel.
all somebody got to do is just tell me what I'm facing. I'll tell you guys whatever you want to know.
That's a
I
lie.
said that 3-4
There it is.
times.
There it is.
And it's like, yo,
So, Darrell, what were you thinking when you went driving through this parade?
what am I facing? That's all I want to know. I don't have no
got-
problem talking with you guys.
You got people injured that had to go to the hospital.
So they're saying I injured somebody, or you're saying I
You
injured
did.
somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at what, reckless endangerment?
At the very least, yeah.
The very least.
People got hurt. That's reckless endangerment. I don't know exactly what they're going to classify it. Yeah, people had legs broken.
Endangerment's where you may have hurt somebody by your actions. You did hurt somebody by your actions.
So what am I being charged with? That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know exactly
We're
yet.
still working that out. That's
I
what
don't
we're
know
talking
all
about.
of the details. You're not going to get that out of me. I'm sorry. I'm explaining to you. Driving down there, you're looking at people got hurt. People got some broken legs.
And y'all saying that's me.
I know that's you.
How you know that's you?
Because I can recognize you. I can tell it's you. And that's your mom's car, which you had the key for. I can ID you, Darrell. I'm just asking you to be honest about it.
Be honest about what I'm facing.
What do you think you're facing?
I don't.
What
All I
could you
said
be
is
facing? What do you think hypothetically? I mean, you've been through this gamut before.
right, and y'all knew I was getting charged with this from day one. So why y'all couldn't just charge me and take me to county jail where y'all was gonna take me, man?
Because we
Because
wanted those
that-
answers.
yeah,
Because you wanted me to tell on myself.
Because
That's
that
basically what y'all wanted me to
yesterday-
do.
You told us that
was
there was
complete.
reasons for everything.
No, I'm saying, but, and I'm not
Tell me
trying
what
to,
the
because
reason
y'all
is.
still, I'm not tripping with y'all, because y'all been straight up, so I'm not. Already, why y'all just didn't take me to, why y'all just didn't do what y'all had to do?
Here's where you're at right now.
And it's
Darrell.
like, you take me through the runaround to get me to do something that y'all already.
Can I speak? Here's where you're at. Okay. I'll tell you straight. Here's where you're at. One of two people did this. And I mean that from a human perspective. There's the God-fearing Christian who loves his kids and his mom that you say you are, and I want to believe you are. And in many ways, you've presented yourself as, who went out, got in a fight with his girl, argument, whatever you want to call it, and went and just done screwed up. Or there's the malicious guy. The malicious guy who's lied to me about his love for God, who's lied to me about his love for his mother, who's lied to me about his love for his children.
Don't spin it, man.
It's one of those two people, man.
I'm just saying, don't
what
spin
is it
it.
then?
Don't spin it, man, because I'm not.
Which one are you?
You're not gonna spin it, dude.
Which guy are you?
I'm the God-fearing guy that you've been talking to since last night,
Then
man.
tell me the truth about.
And you know that.
driving
And you
down
know
road.
that.
Then tell
And
me
you know
the
that.
truth about driving down that
Tell
road.
me what I'm facing.
I just told you some of what you're facing.
Son.
Knew that.
Reckless endangerment. That's almost like saying I killed somebody.
No, you want me to give you the entire case?
Almost.
You don't have to.
And I'm
No, I'm
not
not.
going to do that.
That's not what
I'm
I'm
not
asking.
Almost say.
That's not what I'm asking.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm
Remember
not.
when I talked to you about perspective?
I'm not.
Remember when I talked to you about perspective? Truth somewhere in the middle, all that?
Yeah.
That's how
yeah.
I see what you're
saying.
asking
You got me doing all this and that, but y'all sit up here and come in here. Well, I'm not blaming it on you guys. I'm not.
Sure.
But y'all sit up here and here. The police do this every single time.
Every
Even
time
when
you
try to
commit
be,
a crime?
Look,
Show me
you try,
a guy you
you
made
try,
it.
you try to
commit a
be
crime.
straight up with them. You try to tell them the truth. You try to do all this and that, and they still railroad you
You're not trying to
every
tell me the truth.
single
They
time.
still
You're
want
not
you to
trying
be
to tell me the
responsible for everything you
Not
do.
anymore.
It's not even, no, it don't got nothing to do with that, because I just told you, I don't have a problem with telling you everything you want to know. I just wanted to have an idea. I just wanted to have an idea. That's all I said last night.
You know what I want to know.
And that's all I said today.
You know what happens.
Okay, what am I being charged with? What are y'all going to charge me? What are y'all going to recommend? What are y'all going to do? Because at the end of the day, I'm still, this is why I feel the way I feel.
The video stopped at 3 hours, 5 minutes, 41 seconds.
Let's remember, he is already a felon. He's not new. He's not new at this. But he acts like he doesn't know at all what's happening. He knows what's happening. He knows what he did. He knows he's a liar. He knows. He knows all of that.
Sir, you had walked into this room, or I believe you had presented a cell phone to Mr. Brooks. Do you recall that in the video?
Show that on the video.
There's been an objection. I'm going to sustain it and just ask you to lay a better foundation.
Sure. Sir, you came in and you had your cell phone with you. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Did you receive any additional information when you and Detective Stern went out of the room prior to this clip?
Objection. Brother is.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes, I did.
What information did you receive?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
Specifically the photographs that I brought into the room.
Okay. And what was on your phone?
Objection.
Overruled.
Y'all can see, can't see what's on the phone from the video.
Overruled. The witness may answer. You can ask him on cross-examination if you have questions.
So the video or the photo I showed on the phone, if you look at the monitor right now, I'm facing it. You face it up there. The right half.
And you can it's a touch screen. So if you want to circle something or point to something, and you can use your finger.
Your finger, not that
Yeah.
tool. That tool doesn't work.
Sorry, I kind of drew over it, but that half of the paper is a photograph that I was able to positively identify as Darrell Brooks, the defendant, behind the wheel of the red Ford Escape while it was in the middle of the parade route. That picture was the same one that was on the phone when I showed it to him.
Okay.
How do we know that?
Because that's what he just said.
We'll be able to cross-examine the witness.
Yes, and
That
impeach him if he...
statement by Mr. Brooks is,
Oh.
I'm directing the jury to disregard, as it's not proper testimony. Go ahead, next question.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
What were the other,
Doesn't.
what was on the other papers that you put down on the table?
So the other papers, one of them was Mr. Brooks' vehicle shortly after it had entered the parade route. That is where I specify to him he's driving past a child. There's a child towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Another one is the vehicle where it was located parked on Maple Avenue within the city. I would also note that when you look at those photos carefully, the initial one as Mr. Brooks is entering the route and passing by this child, you can see the vehicle is undamaged, where the second one I showed him where it's parked is significantly damaged on the front end.
Were those the photos, all the photos that you showed him at this time?
At that point, yes, they were.
Okay. Now, he had said twice in this, I don't know if you recall, I will tell you what you want to know. Do you recall that being stated by Mr. Brooks?
Objection leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What did you want to know?
I wanted to know why he drove through the route. I wanted to know what caused him to make that decision, what was going through his mind. The evidence at that point, and this is evidence, as I'm stating, it indicated his mother's vehicle drove through the route, that he was the individual driving through the parade route when the vehicle went through the route, and I was looking for explanations. Why? Intent, motive, whatever it might be, for him to tell me, and he's not willing to do that.
This video goes on for another hour and 50 minutes. Did he ever answer that question?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
No, he did not.
Direct your attention to video at 3 hours, 5 minutes, 57 seconds to 3 hours, 13 minutes, and 58 seconds. It is now starting at 3 hours, 5 minutes, 57 seconds.
Go ahead.
He'll probably go before a judge, right? What do you want him to think?
I mean, it's nothing I can have him think, because y'all already basically said, okay, this is what happened. We just want you to tell us that this is what happened, so we can just charge you with this, which we're going to charge you with.
Are you the good guy that screwed up or the evil guy that doesn't care?
Oh, I definitely care. I
Okay, tell me
definitely
the truth.
care. I definitely care.
If
Why
you
would you try to
definitely
scare
care.
like that? Just because I don't want to tell you something. Now I don't care. Now I'm the malicious guy. Now I'm this, now I'm that. Just because I don't want to talk.
One other option, you know the truth. We've been talking for a couple
Y'all
of
apparently know the truth too. Apparently.
You know, your other option here, Daryl, is that you get an attorney and invoke your Fifth Amendment right to shut the heck up. I just don't think he has the ability to. I think he is so narcissistic, and he really believes that he can spin you into his version of reality, that he just can't shut up. What he should do is stop talking and get an attorney to talk for him. He should let the state build their own case. You know, I hesitate to, because we're running long here, and I want to get through more of this.
When we came in, it was to get
Man,
your
you knew this
perspective
like
on
getting
your
a field
side.
sobriety test.
Oh, Kurt, you knew this last night, man.
This was, I
You
told
knew
you
this
that.
last
This came
night.
out. Yes, I told you that.
And you could have been like, yo, some people got hurt. We want to know what happened then.
I didn't know enough details last night. There were people out there all night, processing a scene, the entire night, until about, I don't know, noon today.
Oh, man, y'all knew,
Till about noon today.
y'all knew all this, man.
Come on.
I didn't know everything.
Tony Munn.
I'm telling you, you can believe me if you want, but I got no reason to
Because
lie to
I know
you. It
y'all
was complete
I'm not
chaos.
saying, listen, I'm not saying you're lying.
It was complete chaos.
I'm not saying you're lying.
So that's what took so long.
I'm not.
But you know how it got to be that way.
But also,
tell us how it got to be
I
that
can't
way.
even get a word in.
Because we're going round and around and around,
Well, we're just gonna keep going around and around here.
and you're acting like you don't.
I mean,
it's acting like you don't know what these are, and you do.
No, you making it seem like I don't care.
Yeah,
like
you
I'm
don't.
just this heartless type of person, dude.
Well, it
I
feels
couldn't
that
even.
way.
Okay, that's fine, but look at my position. I've been in here for 24 hours. I haven't even gotten a shower, good sleep. My shoulder's fucked up. I haven't even got a phone call to even notify anybody, talk to my family whatsoever, not one time.
Nobody's looking for you either.
I'm disappointed too because you lied to me, Kurt.
Because
you lied to me.
You talked about what
Nothing,
you want
listen,
him to do if
listen,
one of your kids.
and did not just
What
say
you want him to do if
I
one of your
don't
kids.
have any problem telling you what happened. The only thing I'm saying is I feel like you were trying to railroad me by how you went about it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fine.
That's it.
No, tell
I'm
us
not
what
saying.
Okay, we
I'm not
discussed
saying,
that for about an hour. So tell me what happened when you
see
drove
what I'm
off.
saying?
We're not going to make any more progress on that. I get you're pissed about that, and I'm not going to fault you for it. I'm not going to tell you not to be mad. I'm not going to tell you not to feel like, man, that was bullshit, but Carp, why'd you do that? If that's the way you feel, gotcha, it's okay. I'm not going to tell you you can't. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how you should or should not feel about how I went about presenting things last night. Okay, but what I've confronted you with and told you today is your mom's car's out here. I've now shown it to you. You know, you want me to, tell you all these things.
No.
Hold on. But what I told you from the start, and I did tell you this, is that part of it's a give and take. There's things I'll tell you, but I can't just tell you everything. We've shown you pictures, all right? We talked about if the roles were reversed, what you'd want my partner, Ben, to do.
Yeah, you did say that.
We talked about that. What would you want it to do if it was your kid with the broken leg? And look,
So a
I
kid
want
got
to
hurt?
believe a lot of people did.
A lot of people got hurt.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Earlier were there.
No, I'm saying a lot of people got hurt.
Yeah, there's people hurt, man.
Like that?
Broken legs and stuff like I told you. Concussions, hit their head.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that happen to nobody, dude.
I don't believe you would either.
Yeah, but you
And I'm
just
not saying it's on purpose.
you just thought, yo, this dude is heartless.
So tell us otherwise.
You know
I
what
didn't
I'm
say
saying?
that. I'm
It's
asking
like,
you,
fuck,
what
man.
do you
Like,
want it to be perceived as?
Tell us how it is then. If we're wrong and it's not heartless, tell us what it was.
I'm here to listen if it's something different. I'm sitting here. I haven't walked out.
Come on, Hart. Come on, y'all know. Listen, man. Y'all know. If
Y'all
I
know.
did not talk to that woman, I would have never, ever be sitting right here talking to y'all right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not blaming her. Like I told you, I'm not going to demonize that woman. She's a good woman when she's not drinking.
It's not about her.
I know, but
And I
I'm just
believe
saying.
that you wouldn't be in this position if you hadn't talked to her.
Like
I
that
believe that.
idiot
You have to put the picture down.
Prince, whatever, for
You have
president guy.
The stroller.
That's a stroller.
Yeah.
So a kid got hurt.
Yeah.
A kid.
Yeah.
Bad. You said a lot of people got
Get
hurt.
checked out. Yeah.
A lot of people got hurt.
To me, it's a pretty good injury if a doctor's got to check you out or you got a broken leg.
Yeah, so what do you call my shoulder?
Nothing.
I'm just making a
Fake.
joke. But yeah.
What do I call your shoulder? Fake.
I want to believe you're the man you say you are, Darrell, but I'm not laughing because there's nothing funny about this.
No, I was just saying. No, it's not. It's never been that. Dude, I don't take my life as a joke. I don't.
I do.
I don't take my life as no joke. I was just making a joke about my shoulder when you just said, if it's a serious injury, if you got to get looked out. And I was just saying I had to get looked out, but they didn't say it was serious. They treated it like, oh,
Let's say spend the night.
you're the guy in cuffs, so.
Well, you said that part, not me.
No, I'm just saying that's how they, not how you acted, that's how they were acting. It's like, oh, well, there's nothing broken. Well, why do I
Terry
keep having
B,
this
he is like a nagging
thriving,
mosquito.
burning pain if there's nothing wrong?
Where were you going, Darrell? Help us understand something.
I can do that. I just want to understand what's.
So these parents
I
know
wanna understand.
why their kid got hurt, just the way you want to know why your kid got hurt.
Photoshop Daryl's hair. If I could Photoshop, I would. Seriously.
A reckless endangerment.
Yeah, that's something you're looking at, right?
Just because some people got hurt.
Yeah, people got hurt.
Now, I just want to say this. You know that when you said it wasn't the end of the world type thing,
Because nothing's the end of the world.
it is. I'll tell you why.
Not when you have God in your life. It's not.
It is because
That's what I believe anyway.
I believe that too, but you don't want to have God in your life when you're sitting in prison. Can't see your family, can't see nobody. What does it
I'm
matter
convinced
then?
Jesus lives in prison. That's where y'all find him.
And the clip stopped at 3 hours, 13 minutes, 58 seconds. Sir, what went on in this clip?
Overruled. The witness may answer.
So in the clip, I was continuing to try to get Mr. Brooks to tell myself and Detective Stern what occurred, explain the reasons why, understand, how and why it happened. I was more direct with him at this point and, told him that recklessly endangering safety was certainly a possibility as a charge here. I let him know that people got hurt, including broken legs and concussions, yet Mr. Brooks was still unwilling to explain to us, give us the clarity, give us the information we were asking for to understand, why he did it. Despite us talking about God, I talk about Detective Stern and what, if he had injured one of Mr. Brooks's children, that's something that comes up, and what he would want a person to do if this was one of his own family members, I guess, to say if the roles were reversed. But none of those things were anything that made him any more willing to speak to us. It continued to be really demands to know what he was being charged with, even though at that point he's being told what he's very likely looking at. But that kind of back and forth just continued to occur.
At any time during the time you spent with Mr. Brooks on the 22nd or the 21st, did he ever ask how any of the injured people were doing?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name in this leading the witness.
Overruled. As to both, the witness may answer.
No. I mean, for example, I gave examples of concussions, broken legs, but there was no follow-up as to whether these concussions were going to cause people brain damage, whether the broken legs would impair people from walking again, or if there'd be amputations. He never addressed that.
Okay, so here is a medic insert. People think concussions aren't a big deal. They definitely are. Concussion is not a physical injury to the brain. It is a metabolic injury to the brain. Think of it as you're holding a cup of coffee. Coffee belongs inside the cup. And if you get bumped, your head gets bumped, and the coffee spills, the contents of the coffee cup come out of the coffee cup and go places that it's not supposed to go. That is basically what happens in the brain during a concussion. So let's say the body or the person or even the head in a helmet without a helmet, whatever, gets bumped. And the contents of the coffee cup, or the contents of wherever the neurotransmitters are in the brain, the substances, they get spilled to places in the brain where it's not supposed to be. That is what a concussion is. Having that happen can short circuit things, which doesn't happen right away, and it can make you confused, not sleep well, get frustrated, have trouble with finding words. There's all sorts of parts of the questionnaire, and there are questionnaires that occur now, like especially specifically in high schools. A lot of EMS companies will go to the schools or to the school board in their area and come up with a plan for the people on the scene of, say, something that happens rough in a game, that they would follow these questions. So that could be taken and followed through for the continuum of care, who's somebody who gets hit in the head during those instances, because concussion can have long-term effects. Long-term meaning anywhere from a week or so to a month, 6 months, or even longer. So it is a significant injury. A concussion is a significant injury. So there you go. There is a medical.
Finally, directing your attention to the video at 3 hours 40 minutes to 3 hours 44 minutes and 2 seconds. It's at.
I would like that last answer by the witness strike. How can anyone determine what will happen as a result of an injury? How can you even determine that?
That's something you can ask.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. May I have that timestamp again for this clip?
Sure, it's 3 hours 40 minutes 0 seconds to 3 hours 44 minutes 2 seconds.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Where the charges go again?
Just watch that one.
I was going to show up the video.
Just watch that one for me.
And more incriminating stuff. I'm already like I'm about to lose my life, man. Can I ask a quick question?
Hold on, watch it.
I know. Why do you want me to watch it?
Yes, I'll show you. I just want you to watch it. Watch it.
Why though?
Watch it for me.
Why though?
Because I want you to see what's in the video. Did you watch it? Will you?
I just want to know why you want me to watch it.
Because I want you to see what's on the video. Why don't you want to watch it?
I just want to know why you want me to watch it. I didn't say
I just want you to see what I told you.
Problem.
You're not accepting the answer. I told you I want you to see what's in it. That's why I want you to watch it.
You wanted information from us, we're
I
sharing.
want you to watch it and see what's in it. Yeah, it's a good point.
Sure.
It's information sharing. Yes, I want you
But
to watch it and
you
see what's in it.
it's like you like badgering me like a little
But
bit.
Darrell, you asked me a question. Okay? And this is more than what we had before. So I am showing you more. I'm asking you to watch it. Will you watch it?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay,
I
that's
just
fine.
want to know what was the reasoning.
Because I want you to see what's in it.
I mean, I'm pretty much.
It's not complex. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just that. I want you to see
I
what
understand.
happens.
I'm just saying I already know. I already have an idea from what you guys was saying earlier.
But I want
So
you to
it's like,
see it.
It's like watching all I'm thinking about right now is
Here, we'll talk in a
what a
second.
hell of a journey it's been, but this is how my story ends.
Yep.
That's all I've been thinking about. Like, it's nothing that I want to.
Can you look down?
1, 2,
Why do you
short
want me to
lines.
see that card? Why?
Because I think it's important.
Why is it important? Is it to make, like, what is it?
Well, why don't you want to look?
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to raise my voice at you, or I'm not.
I'm just asking you why you don't want to look.
I'm just saying, why do you want me to look? So you
Because I think it's important. So you see what happened.
you told me
You
what
see-
happened.
No.
You already told me what happened.
He knows what happened.
Y'all told me what happened. I understand my life is over. I'm trying to come
Yep.
to grips with that. I'm
It's all
trying to come
about
to
you,
grips
Daryl.
with the fact that
You're the victim.
this is how my story ends.
Yep.
I'm trying to love somebody. I'll never see my kids again. My mom, my relationship is gone from me. And it's like, What is it? What is it to look at more? My life is for me to look at my life end.
That's you, Darrell.
Is it looking at my life ending?
These are the same photo. I'm just telling you that. Okay? I think it's important you see these.
It's important for me to see my life end.
Yeah.
It is important for you to see them.
Yes.
For my life
Daryl.
Are we gonna keep going round and round about this, or is there something you want to tell me?
Nothing's gonna help me at this point. Everybody knows what was going on from that y'all knew last night while I was getting investigated, while I was, you know what I'm saying?
Those are children right there. Those are
Such
kids.
a
See that little
victim.
kid right there? You gonna look at it?
Sir, and it did stop at 3 hours, 44 minutes, 2 seconds. What were you showing Mr. Brooks?
Objection leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
I don't consent to that name being used.
At that point,
Hold on. Were you done with the objection?
Yeah, I was done.
All right, it's noted and overruled. The witness may answer.
at that excuse me, at that point I was showing Mr. Brooks a video that had been provided to me of him operating the red Ford Escape through the parade route. At that specific point, Mr. Brooks was struck members of the WAUKESHA South Marching Band, and I wanted him to see it. It was more information. He was asking for it. I felt it was important to see his reaction to it, to see if he'd be willing to talk about it. And at the point where I paused it and brought the piece of paper that his head is now down on, I paused the video at a point where you could see that it was Mr. Brooks behind the wheel of the vehicle. And the point at which I paused was a still photo of that moment that was on the paper. So it was, I guess, the same picture.
Did you get any further with Mr. Brooks in the next hour that's contained in this interview?
No, I did not.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. The witness's answer may stand.
On the 22nd, did you end up collecting DNA from Mr. Brooks?
Yes, I did.
How was that obtained?
Overruled.
Through buccal swab, so they're basically
It's like a cheat.
Q-tips out of a sterile package. I used 2 of them, one to swab the inside of the right inside of his mouth and the other the left inside of his mouth.
Sir, just direct your attention back to this video one last time. Did the defendant ever watch that video?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
No, ma'am, he did not.
Nothing further.
All right, we will pause for our lunch break now. It's 12:40.
It's a good place to break. Pretty sure after this is where terrible Darrell. Okay. Yep. Okay, so that looks like a tomorrow thing. Okay. Like, subscribe, and definitely comment. This was a long one. This was definitely a lot of information, a lot of terrible Darrell. Thank you for joining. This is Patty Jo. See you tomorrow.